next one is the lack of attention. Now this is a big one. For where your focus is, there are your priorities. I run into problems with this all the time. This is where my wife lets me know that sometimes I am not her greatest priority. But it's not true. But you see, actions speak much louder than words. Are you out there? I said, I can still hear you. I know you can hear me. And so what happens is, when you and I do not pay enough attention to our spouses, male and or female, then they feel like the love is not there. Now you see, the problem is that right in this bag is everything I need to rub baby down. You know, and there are times that I go out in the driveway and, I go out in the driveway and I'll start rubbing baby down. Come on now, you're a beautiful bike. I love you. And you know, look at this. Look at her. Shine, Jesus, shine. I make her beautiful now. And you know, my road, the town of Big Flats, they keep promising to fix my road, but they never do. And there's the spider. And you know, I can have this whole thing all sparkling new, but the one thing I find is that I got to do it often and always because of the dust that's in my yard. So I'll come out and I'll start rubbing on baby and, you know, taking baby and taking good care. Got that chrome. Jesus. You mind your business now. You know, you got the ostrich, and, you know, you got to make sure it's all leathered. You know, no dust on the ostrich. Hallelujah. You got that bike just shining. Just shine. Because, you know, that baby, you know, when you go out, you got to get all those spots. You know, those spots that nobody else sees. And then your wife, she yells out to you, I wish I was a Harley. Honey, if you loved me and caressed me like you caressed that Harley, I would feel more important to your life. Can I get a witness? And the men shouldn't have been witnessing that one. But you see, what happens is, where our focus is, excuse me, there's bug guts on this. Where there's focus, there's energy. And where you put your energy, you put your money. And where you put your money shows your priority. And so as you and I focus on things other than our spouse, then we let them know very clearly that they are not as important as things. You see, it used to be that Americans and people of past generations used to love people and use things. But nowadays, we love things and use people. And we wonder why divorce rates are high. 5 minutes? It ain't going to happen, so you guys get to edit. Hallelujah. Yeah, you don't know, but in the back of the auditorium every Sunday, they hold up signs for me. You got 5 minutes left, preacher. I don't think so. Jesus. Shazam. But you see what happens with the Harley is, as beautiful as this Harley is, if I ride this Harley but do not show it any attention by cleaning it, then what happens, it becomes bug-ridden. And no matter how beautiful it is, underneath all the bugs, you don't see under the bugs, you only see the bugs. So it's not as attractive as it used to be. But if you would take the time and investment and show attention to the most important thing, then you will find that it always shines, baby. We need a kissing class, she said. The prescription for a slow death in your marriage is not showing attention to your marriage. When you do not show attention in your marriage, it will die slowly because the priorities are out of order, and therefore, they're not going to feel cherished. Matthew chapter 6, verse 21 says this, the place where your treasure is the place you will most be and end up being. If your attention is the golf course, your friends, your work, your children, even church, then you're going to be alone. And let me tell you something. She's cold in bed. I slept on that thing once for a very short time. Getting that in bed would be very hard, 800 some odd pounds. But a lot of people, I see them trade things they love the most. Come on, the golf course, ladies shopping, your friends either way. We can go through the whole list of things. Those people aren't going to get in bed with you, or they shouldn't be getting in bed with you. I've watched people trade. I actually watched a man once trade his entire marriage for pornographic internet stuff. I said, dude, how can you sleep with your computer? They don't hug back. But he gave up his marriage because he paid more attention to the porn than he did with his real wife. Folks, it's time to recognize where you put your time, where you put your focus is where you're going to find the evidence. Here we go, one more time. Ready? Your car, the average car payment right now is about $400 a month. That's $4,800 a year. Your insurance is right around $600 a year. Your oil change is about $120 a year. Your gas at a low end is $2,400 a year, which makes a total of $7,900 per year that you and I are putting into our vehicles. Some of you a lot more. You're going to throw it away in 3 to 5 years. If you took, married folk, you took a pen and a piece of paper and you wrote down how much money you invested in your marriage last year, how close is it to $7,900 of something you're willing to throw away as junk? Are you with me now? We spend so much time and money in junk that we're going to throw away and so little in things that we expect to last forever. Isn't it time to change our perspective? I see that I'm boring some of you, so I'm going to finish real quick. Today, I believe that there are people in this room, you've lost your desire for your spouse. And God wouldn't tell me to preach this if it didn't. Some of you are right on the verge of that. And you're saying, is there any hope? I'm here to tell you, there's more than hope. There's Jesus. Jesus can breathe into your relationship. He can give you skills to learn and understand. Listen, I was a horrible husband. Come on now. I was a bad husband. And